Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Now you're not going to recognize the Plan With Me spread that I'm flipping through right now because I needed to jump ahead just 1 week to show you guys the planner spread I made for this week because this week is a particularly special one. This week I am doing a Friends themed Plan With Me. Why? Because this week, when you are watching this, is the launch of my boyfriend and my new podcast called Friends with Benefits. So I'm using these stickers to put together a really great Friends themed layout. So Friends with Benefits, just a quick rundown, is me showing my boyfriend every single episode of Friends, one at a time, obviously. He has seen some Friends, but he's never watched it start to finish, and he's not a big fan, so I'm going to try to change his mind. And in the meantime, while we're watching, I'm looking up different trivia about the show, figuring out who the co-stars are, who the guest stars are, what their other work has been, and we just talk about each episode really in depth, and I think you guys are going to love it. So if you are a fan of Friends, even if you're not, please go and check out my new podcast. I am going to also release today a teaser of it, probably like 20 minutes of our first episode, and I'll include a link, of course, in the description box to the podcast. I would really appreciate it if you checked it out. Now, diving in, I put down my main goal for the week to be to get ready because I did this plan about a month ago from the time of you watching it. It's been about a month and I needed to get ready for the launch of the podcast. So the week's priorities, I put this half box that's the purple Monica's Apartment color with this Friends sticker, Friends with Benefits, and this creepy Phoebe artwork in the corner. I got these stickers from Etsy and they're super cute. They're a little obscure in that you have to be a really big Friends fan to really remember what they're all from, but it works out. And then I put the one where we launch our podcast. I got a few sheets of these Friends themed words. So the one with, the one at, the one where, and I use them throughout this week, and I think I'm going to use them to mark down any of the episodes that I launch. So I decided to go sort of with a Monica's Apartment decor theme. So I have this pretty New York sticker. I've had these different travel stickers tucked away for a while. One of the families I nanny for, the mom had decorated a bunch of suitcases with it and used the suitcases as an end table. And she gave me the suitcases and the stickers all in one. It was great. I don't have the suitcases anymore, but I kept the stickers and I finally was able to use them in a spread. And I feel like Monica has a lot of the soft colored artwork. And I think the style of the New York sticker sort of matches that. I'm also using the Reset Girl stickers because I think it's also the same Monica's Apartment vibe. Reset your life. I just needed a rest day that day, so we have Chandler's Barca Lounger. I haven't actually put that up yet. I end up taking down the pink coffee cup and putting down Chandler's Barca Lounger. And then I marked down my food for the day. I had these really delicious cherry bombs, which was just like frozen cherries, nuts, oat flour, covered in chocolate. It was so good. And then I used the one to mark down my nannying, which I thought was super fun. So the one with those kids. And that evening we went out to eat with our family. I really liked how the coffee cup looked there, but it was just too much to also have the Barca Lounger, and I think that looks good as well. I tried to put the coffee cup again on Tuesday, but it didn't end up working out that place either. So then I needed to get a little creative because I had these perfectly colored checklists for Monica's Apartment, purple, but I wanted a full box that was just blank. So I cut one of the checklists in half and flipped it over to cover it up and put the window sticker. And I think it turned out pretty cute. So then I marked down my nannying for the day, the one with sticker, and a purple half box to mark down the day. And you'll see I end up removing that coffee sticker because I had a self-tape audition to record that day. So instead I end up putting down a little camera and a picture of a girl sort of looking like she's posing a little bit to mark down my self-tape. Next, I put down a planner to mark down that I'm recording this plan with me on that day. I also needed to set up the planner, meaning putting in my customized layout. I think I'm going to take a break from it just because if I keep doing it, my planner will get too thick, and it's also hard to keep up with doing that. But I am putting together a digital file, so hopefully I will eventually be able to print it all out. On Wednesday, I am working at 2 nannying jobs, so I used the one before and the one after to mark those down. And then I didn't have another perfect full box like the New York one, which was so beautiful and the perfect size and everything. So I put this one together by putting 2 stickers together, which I think ended up looking pretty cute. I think it was Carpe Diem, the planner company. You can get stickers at Hobby Lobby. I got a couple sticker sheets from them, and a lot of them actually reminded me of friends. There was this couch that I just put down and a yellow frame and things like that. So I also included those in addition to the other actually Friends-themed stickers. And then, as you can see, I have there's like a hockey setup that I think Joey wears at some point. I believe it's Joey that wears that outfit. I'm not sure. And then it's the Fat Monaco suit, which I feel terrible saying that, but that's just like, that's what it was. That's what they referred to her as. We've been working on the podcast for such a long time. It's so crazy to think it's actually being released now. I hope people like it. I've put so much work into it, and I think it's turning out pretty good. But it's always like, if you've been watching my plan with me, so you know it's probably been well over a year that I've been talking about it and working on it, but we had to do test shows and polish up my podcast skills because I'd never done a podcast before. So we had so many test shows, and we had to get the equipment, we had to learn the software, we had to plan social media stuff, get all of that stuff together. I had to outline all of the episodes, and then now we're off. We're going. It's so exciting. So on Thursday, I put down this little label with a football from the Friends sticker kit, probably from their first Thanksgiving episode. And I just put this It's a New Day yellow sticker just because it matched the color schemes I was going for. And then I ended up putting a bunch of hats and wigs around it. So it's got Chandler and Ross's old school hair and the Village People hats that they wear at one point. There wasn't a lot of rhyme or reason to why I put things where I put them. It's just because I want Friends stuff around. So I put Chandler's boat on top of my work that day. I had to drop Lex off at the doctor, so I guess I took him by boat or something. I don't know. And then I marked down that we were recording another podcast episode. And this little hat, I believe Chandler Joey left behind at Chandler and Joey's apartment when he moved out. Yep. I've got all that Friends knowledge, totally. So the idea behind the podcast is just Friends is a show about the time in your life when friends are your family, but then it transitions to the part of your life where now you're more settled down, you have a family, and Lex and I sort of have one foot in both worlds because we live in LA, which is a very social town where you sort of stay in that friend zone phase of life forever, probably, but we're still young, but we are starting to settle down together, but we're not married or anything, and we're not settled by any means. Everything about our careers and everything is still very much up in the air. And so we feel like there's probably a lot of people that are fans of Friends that are in a similar phase in their lives where it's like, I used to be like the Friends, and now I'm transitioning out of being like the Friends to being older than the Friends, sort of a thing. So I think it's going to be good. My favorite part of this spread is setting up for Sunday, which is my batch cooking day. I put down this pretty menu sticker and then Monica's quit bitch hat when people tried to get her to quit her job. I thought it was perfect. I enjoyed it a lot. So going back to Friday, I needed to get some writing done, so I put down these glasses and this pencil, and then I put down these individual letters to spell out create. I do end up moving them up a little later. I was trying to leave space for the to-do list, but I didn't like how crowded it looked at the bottom. It didn't make sense to have it all cramped like that. And it actually fit perfectly across those two rows, which was nice. On Saturday, I put down to order groceries with that gallon of milk, which is from when Joey said he could drink a gallon of milk in 10 seconds. And then my chore list, which was to do laundry, but then Lex actually did laundry for me and I needed to fold it, which, confession, I still haven't. I put down another one of the cameras to mark down my YouTube session, and I did do it in the pink, so it's still a little bit color-coded, and you'll see the chore list is in blue. And my typewriter is in yellow, so it is all still there, the color coding, even if some of the decor doesn't match up. Purple for Friends with Benefits. It's all there all the time. I'm sorry that you can't see the far side. I just marked down that I had a Friends with Benefits episode to record. And then I put down Monica's turkey head to write out the list of menu items that I needed to cook that day. And this little timer, it says cookie timer. I'm not entirely sure what that's from on Friends. So if anybody out there knows, clue me in, because I don't know. Maybe it's just something that she has. So then I put down this mermaid. It took me a second to remember what this mermaid was from, but it's from when they go to the beach house and I think Joey wakes up with a mermaid built around him. And I put the pinball machine next to my currently, because that's sort of like my fun stuff section. So I thought that was perfect. And then just to stick with the food theme, I put the turkey pants next to all of my batch cooking stuff to mark down my eating for that day. Although I was not eating turkey. And then I needed to find a place for Chandler's bunny outfit. And so I went back to Thursday and I put it down by the spending on that day. I'm a big fan of Friends, and I'm really excited to dive into it more with all of you guys. And I'm almost bummed that I wasn't in more of a planner mood the week that I did this, because I really love how it turned out. I think it was perfect, and all of the stickers are so cute, and I just wish that I could have a Friends themed planner all the time. But I feel like there's not enough stickers that are Friends related in the world to justify that. So here is my final flip through. Again, if you guys are at all interested, please check out our new podcast and subscribe to it. It would be a huge help. And I hope you like how this week turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.